I was at a dirt cheap store, which is not a liquor store. It is a discount store here in this area that it's expanding really quickly across the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I picked up some folders for $1. I want to show you those folders and all the things you can do with them on your light table. And then I also found some window clings for $1. And I'm going to show those to you as well and how you can use those on your light table. If you're new to the light table world, in the description of the video right here, I have a link to my do-it-yourself light table. I'm not going to share the innards of my light table tonight. I've already done that. So if you go to that blog post, you can watch the step-by-step video tutorial that I did on Facebook a while ago about that. So just know that that you can go there to see how I did and how I made my light table. And a lot of folks over in our free Facebook group, Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes, where we now have more than 17,000 members in our free group. They've been sharing their do-it-yourself light tables, which is super cool. And some of them are really nice. Mine is really quick, easy, and inexpensive, but some of them have been really going way above and beyond. And they have got some super slick light tables over there in the group if you want to see those photos. So go ahead and join the free group over there if you're not already a member. And then I also have, for those of you who get like an annual budget or you've written a Donors Choose grant, if you want to see all the fancy dancy light table accessories that you can buy, there's a link in the post above or beside or wherever you're watching to my light table tools and toys post where I have all of those types of materials. These are definitely dollar store materials, but like I said, I only paid $1 for them. So I think that's even better, right? So if you can get lots of light table activities for $1, I think it's worth it. So let me just check the comments. Hey, Becky. Hi, Beverly. Lots of Teaching Tribe members in the house. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. Di is here. I haven't seen you in a long time, Di. I was worried about you. I had a dream I went to Australia and was looking for you. Sandra's in the house. Shannon from Fargo. Yay! Karima from Trinidad. Awesome. Oh, Carrie is in the house. Hi, Carrie. From Tennessee. How is my laminator? None of the activities tonight were laminated, so my laminator is just fine. Thank you. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around now and I have my little workstation set up here. Let me turn on the light table first. You can see the light just turned on, and I'm going to flip the camera around so you might look at my ceiling for a minute or two, and then I'm going to show you what I have on the light table. So hold on one second. There we go. I'm going to flip that around. Okay. And then I'm going to flip this around. Okay. And there we go. All right. Oh. My phone is a little bit fat, so there we go. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff on the table here, so I'm going to move some of it out of the way. So these are window clings. Now, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. These were $1 at Dirt Cheap. These are from the Target Dollar Spot, though. I don't know if they have them this year, but these originally were from the Target Dollar Spot. Dirt Cheap has some kind of a closeout agreement with Target because they had tons of these things, bins and bins and bins of them. How fun would this be? You could do counting with these. You could put a little 10 frame on your light table. You could do simple counting. They could just simply count these. They can do patterns. Check it out, the little gold coins. Aren't those cute? Look at that. How cute is that? So they were only $1, so I got a whole bunch. And then, of course, I don't expect them to last forever. Nothing is forever in preschool. If you have kids who still put stuff in their mouth, if they're itty bitties, then this probably isn't for them. This requires some fine motor skills, right? So as I peel these off the page, I have to squeeze my fingers like that. So it is excellent fine motor practice. Inside the little package they came in, they were inside these little like page protector thingies. And so that's what I would just put them back on when I'm done with them. So they can count those. I got a whole bunch of these. These are kind of iffy. I mean, this part here, yeah, that's just kind of like a goo. That's not really going to go over very well on the light table. You can try if you want, but yeah, see, these are already broken over here. So that is an option. And then they had, they had them from Christmas and Easter. But look, you can peel the letters off and they can spell things. So I got a whole bunch of the ones with letters. So they had Easter and Christmas and St. Patrick's Day. And so I bought a whole bunch of them. They had birthdays. And so your kids can spell their names if you get enough of them. And if you only just have a few kids, it'll be a lot easier. But check that out. How cool is that? They were all caps, so if that's a problem for you, then this one is probably not for you. And I don't have the last letter. I don't have the X right now. Okay, so I bought these, and then they even had like some Christmas trees and stuff. So if you were doing a Christmas theme, you could totally take these off and put them on the light table. They had mittens. Little stars. How fun is that? They're great for sensory too. These are very squishy and fun to touch. So yeah, great fine motor skills as they pull these off. And then they can put them back on top of the plastic when they're done. So now I'm going to show you the other super fun. Let me put this down here onto the floor where everything goes when I do Facebook Live. Let me move these out of the way. So these are window clings I got mine from Dirt Cheap. Originally they came from Target. So mine were $1 for each package. So if you don't have a Dirt Cheap by you, I'm sorry. Dirt Cheap is not an easy store to shop at. It's gross. It's messy. It's dirty. Don't wear your good clothes. Don't bring your purse in. Prepare to get on your hands and knees to dig for stuff. It's not a fun store to shop at. There's nothing displayed really pretty or anything like that at all. But it is worth it when you find all kinds of Target dollar spot stuff for $1. So they had all those Easter buckets for $1. You know, those metal pails they always have for every season. They had a bunch of those. They had just everything that they have had recently at the dollar spot. They had there for $1. Well, I did find some of the play food, but not a whole lot. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So this is what I have now. I'm putting it together without telling you what it is, right? Crazy. So at Dirt Cheap, they had these lovely folders. They're absolutely beautiful. It like pained me to cut them apart, but they are this plastic poly stuff, whatever you want to call it. They're plastic. They're made by Mead, which is like we know the leader in the school supply industry. And but if you open them up, if you cut them and you put them on your light table, ta-da! You have instant light table activities. So I got this for $1 at Dirt Cheap. I got them in all kinds of colors because they are perfect for the light table. And so you can see I got super high tech here, and I wrote the letters of the alphabet on this. Now I could have done it another way, and on another live I might do that. I could have cut it right here and then turned it landscape way, and then I could have done the alphabet arc like that. I didn't for this one. So I just wrote the letters on there, and then I got these glass gems. These are rather large ones. Some of them are smaller. And I took a Sharpie, again, super high tech, and they can match the letters. And if your kids are more advanced, because right now we're coming up on St. Patrick's Day, so it's later in the school year. If your kids are super advanced, then you might not want to match upper to upper. Maybe you want to write lowercase letters on the page, and however you would prefer to do it. So they can go ahead and they can match those glass gems to this little piece of a folder that I found at Dirt Cheap. So how fun is that? That is so stinking easy, quick and easy. It just took me a couple minutes to put together. Nothing fancy. And if you would prefer, you could use those translucent, I don't know if the translucent's the right word, but those bingo chips, that they use on overhead projectors. They still sell those. And you could use those instead if you don't want to use these gems. And they come in different sizes. But as the light shines up through the light table, you get a really nice display there. Hi, Wendy. Okay, let me see what questions you have. Where is Dirt Cheap? You can go onto their website and it will tell you where they're located. I know that they're here in lots of parts of the South. They have a lot of stores in Texas. Yeah. So go to their website, go to Dirt Cheap and look it up. I like to look on the, whenever I go to Dirt Cheap, I look on Google first, and they are actually really good about posting pictures of their current inventory on Google. So if you look at like the reviews or whatever, people post photos there, and that's how I know when good stuff is there. And so you can see, because I have like 3 that are not far from me. And so I look at the photos and then I decide which one I want to go to. They had a Walmart closeout last week, and they had, get this, you guys, they had those file storage crates, milk crates, you know what I'm talking about, but in the really pretty colors. They were $1, and they're usually $6 at Walmart, and they were brand new. They still had the Walmart stickers on, but I couldn't buy them because they have a really funky pricing system there, and there's some stuff you can buy and some stuff that you can't, and they want you to come back, like on a certain date to buy it and all that stuff. So I didn't get those, but they were super cool. Hey, Andrea. Yes, this is a super quick and easy light table activity with glass gems. I believe these glass gems came from the Dollar Tree. But if you don't have a Dollar Tree, you can look at your local craft store in the floral section with the fake flowers, because these gems are used a lot of times as vase filler. So you can look for those, and it's simply just a Sharpie. And this is a fabulous polyvinyl type folder that I got at Dirt Cheap, but you can find these at back to school time on sale for really cheap. So it's just a very flexible, thin little folder, but it's also very sturdy. I mean, it can withstand a lot of stuff. And I used to make name tags for the kids out of these because, kids like to eat their name tags. And if you have a large class, like I've always had, they need to wear name tags in the beginning of the year, especially for busing and stuff. So I used to make name tags out of this because it was the only type of material that they couldn't destroy. So I've made name tags out of this before. You can run this through a die cut machine. So if you wanted to like take the orange one, and if you have a large like pumpkin die cut and things like that, the green one, I could have die cut a shamrock, that kind of stuff. You can do that as well. So super, super, super quick and easy. There's my stand. I was looking for my phone stand so I can turn the camera back around. There we go. So my light table, if you are just joining us, you can find the tutorial for my light table in the description here of the video. So, whoops, that's the wrong button. I was trying to flip it around. It drives me nuts when stuff is backwards. So there we go. All right. So there we go. If you know anybody who has a light table or is thinking about making a light table and could use some ideas for some really quick and easy things to do on the light table with their kids, go ahead and share this broadcast with them, because these things are dirt cheap. I'm not affiliated with the Dirt Cheap store. I just kind of like to go there to get super bargains, like these window clings. You can't see them very well right now, but for a quarter. So that's where I got the file folders, or the little polyvinyl folders. I got these at Dirt Cheap, and I also got the window clings, the little shamrocks, and all of the there you can see the shamrock, all of those things at Dirt Cheap. They also had, I didn't buy some, there was a lot of things I didn't buy, but they had those, for those of you who like dramatic play, they had the covers for those PVC. Target has these PVC stands that you can make for dramatic play in your classroom, like a market stand. And they sell the frame. It's a PVC vinyl frame. And then you can buy all these covers, and it turns it into like a donut shop, an ice cream truck, a spaceship, a castle, all that kind of stuff. And the covers, depending on the size, because you can get 3 different sizes of those stands, depending on the size, the covers sell for $20 to, I don't know, maybe $30. But they had those at Dirt Cheap, all different sizes. They had tons of the donut shop and ice cream truck. It was pretty cool. I had to restrain myself, but I don't have that PVC stand, so I didn't want to buy those. Ooh, Di has a good tip. You can just wash the clings in soap. Oh, that's a good tip, Di. Hey, Abby, welcome. Awesome. Soapy water if they get dirty. That's a good question, or that's a good tip, because that is one thing that happens often in the early childhood classroom, is things get dirty really fast because they're being touched by tons of little grubby fingers all day, every day. So the window clings will get gross. So yeah, I like that tip. Thank you, Di. I wasn't sure about that. Somebody, if anyone out there knows, somebody asked me recently about mini erasers and what to do when they get grubby. And I was like, yeah, they get grubby. They do. That's why I buy them in bulk, because I expect them to get grubby. But if anyone knows how to clean them without them losing their color, let me know and I will pass that on. Oh, Di said some of her window clings got dropped in the dirt. That's how you found out that tip, huh? Wonderful. Cindy, do your kids like the light table? That's awesome. Okay, guys, that's my very quick video for tonight. I just wanted to jump on real quick and share with you these super quick and easy light table activities that don't have to break the bank. These polyvinyl folders, they had them in all colors. So I bought pink for Valentine's Day, orange for Halloween, and can make pumpkins and hearts. And I was going to cut a shamrock, but I didn't have a large enough shamrock shape. So I just made it green. So it's St. Patrick-y, right? They had all the colors, purple, everything. So they would all work. So I bought a lot of office supply folders there for $1/4 a piece. So if you don't have one near you, though, don't worry. Just stock up next year at the back to school sales and grab some of those when the back to school sales are happening, and then you can have them at your fingertips whenever you want them. And the nice thing is they last for a long time. So sometimes I have people who say, well, that's terrible for the environment, and maybe so, but until they start paying teachers enough so that we can afford to buy super exclusive fancy materials that are biodegradable for our classroom and that don't disintegrate when children touch them, then I will continue to use these because they were $1/4 and they can withstand grubby little fingers. And you can just wash them off. And if the letters rub off, you can just scrub them. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. And the good news is that the Teaching Tribe will be opening very soon for those of you who have been waiting. So I want you to stay tuned here to the Facebook page. Our Facebook stories, which we started today, Instagram and Instagram stories. email, whatever method you prefer. Stay tuned because the tribe will be opening soon. If you're not already a member, the Teaching Tribe is my premium membership site for teachers just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, in-home childcare, and more. And in the Teaching Tribe, our members have access 24/7 to all of the paid printables from pre-K pages, which is an almost $1,020 value. And of course, members don't pay that. They can access the items by paying a monthly or an annual subscription fee. And so for just $29, you could have access to more than $1,000 worth of printables. I know that's crazy, right? And then of course, it's not just about the printables. We have our trainings, our power hours, and our office hours. Those are master classes. Each one is 1 hour long and comes with a certificate of attendance for 1 hour. And we have 43 of those videos for you waiting over in the Teaching Tribe. In addition to all the printable goodness and the video trainings, we also have a supportive community of new and veteran teachers, a safe haven for asking and answering questions. And we also have book studies, and we have one going on right now. We're reading Helping Them Heal by Peterson. And it is a fabulous, enlightening, eye-opening book, if you haven't read it yet, for anyone who works with children who have suffered stress or trauma, which is pretty much all children when you think about it. So very helpful information there. We have 3 or 4, I can't remember, previous book studies. They're all self-paced that you can do on your own time. So I want to thank everyone for joining, and I'll catch you again soon right here on Facebook. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.